want to take you back several decades, to the 1940s and 50s, in fact, back to a time when the now historic Westside was referred to as the Black Strip. Joining us now is local artist Stephen Spahn. He is using the art of sculpting to pay tribute to that time period with a one-night-only exhibition. Welcome.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you in this morning.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Well, let's kind of dive right in. Talk to me about what the Jackson Street project is and what the inspiration was behind it.
Okay. So I had a group of friends. We were walking on Jackson Street, talking about the possibilities of things, talking about the past, talking about the present, talking about the future. And Jackson Street was being reworked. So they had torn up a big part of the Jackson Street. And so as we're walking around, I'm a post-consumption artist, so I love working in recycled materials.
Yes.
So we found some rebar, and I brought it back to my studio, and I was working on a small piece with it. And it kind of hit me that, oh my gosh, this is the rebar that was holding up the street where Nat King Cole and Sammy Davis Jr. would walk during segregation. So they would have their strip performances, but they had to stay on the west side. And so the historic Jackson Street or Jackson Avenue was where all the restaurants were, all the bars and things like that. That was kind of the hub of the west side.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what did the historic west side look like? You know, kind of paint the picture there for us.
Oh my gosh, I wish John Edmond was here to tell you. He was like the first black baccarat dealer, and he's sat there and he's brought me to Jackson Street, and he was telling me this was here, this was here, this was here. And it was just thriving. It was a thriving area. And it's just kind of sad that it's not exactly thriving right now. So, you know, you have the possibilities of things and the past, future, past, present, and future. And
absolutely.
So,
Well, talk to us a bit. You kind of touched on it, right, of the recycled materials you use. Talk to us about this sculpture. What are we looking at right here?
Okay, so it looks kind of strange, I'm sure. Starts with a coffee table. This is the rebar that was holding up the street, and then it's kind of thinking of it like a Christmas tree. You have the Christmas tree, and then you have the ornaments.
Right.
For me, ornaments are like broken toys, broken things, recycled materials. As a post-consumption artist, if I see a fender on the side of the road, most people look at that as, gosh, I wish somebody would take that away. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me take that and put it on my car and stick it in my car. So yeah, so a lot of this is found materials, a lot of it's sourced on the west side.
Now, how long did it take you to complete the Jackson Street project?
Oh, it was almost a full year. Yeah.
So, wow. So a lot of time and love has gone into this.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my
absolutely.
Goodness. Now, talk to me about the space, because you were saying that it's an event space. Is this where you do your sculpting?
Yes, I have my studio at this space. So my studio is in Suite 110. Suite 130 is an event space called the Doyle. So my wife and I own and operate the Doyle, so downtown. So it's an event boutique space. We do a lot of weddings and things like that.
Wonderful.
Corporate events.
Now, where can people experience your exhibition?
Yes, September 9th, 6 to 9 is when the exhibit will happen at the Doyle, and it's open to the public. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about what your long-term plans are for the Jackson Street project.
Okay, so I'm super excited about that. I'm not sure if this will ever happen. It's one of those things that you have to find funding for it. But the University of Michigan did this study. It was a study on deep disadvantage, and they partnered with Princeton University. And what they found, they went and they did this demographic over in the entire United States. And they found the 100 most challenged areas in the United States. And what they found, one of the statistics they found, is that if you were born in this zip code, your life expectancy would be a decade less than if you were born in a wealthy area. So that's like pretty stark, right?
Yeah.
And so most exhibits, most art exhibits that you have travel to wealthy areas. You know, they want to have the revenue, they want to have the income. So in an ideal world, if I could snap my fingers and say, okay, let's make this happen, I would have a box truck and take this to the 100 most disadvantaged areas, kind of to bring them, you know, inspiration, hope, encouragement of the possibilities of things. You know, like the possibility, like this rebar was originally laid in division, in hatred possibly, and now it's kind of being reworked into something that brings people together, because we live in such divisive times that it's kind of a project that hopefully brings people together.
Well, Stephen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's
Well,
such a
thank
great
you.
conversation and really excited to see more of these.
All right, thank you.
The one night only Jackson Street Project exhibit is free and open to the public. It's happening at the Doyle this Saturday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Also, for more information, be sure to head to studio5arts.org and thedoylelasvegas.com.